What's going on, everyone? Some things on my mind that I have to talk about right now at this time because I don't want to lose my thought. But we are in a state of emergency right now. We are in a state of emergency as MTA workers, as citizens of New York City. We are in a state of emergency, especially if you are a transit worker, as I said. We are under attack big time. You got the MTA talking about not giving us our scheduled contract raises. I mean, just think about that. We sacrificed so much for the city during the whole entire pandemic. And the MTA is saying, we're not going to give you your raises after they even got money from the government. They got the money from the federal government and they still trying to tell us that they don't want to give us our raises. You got the cuts that's happening on the subways, on the C line and now the F line, in which the union, they had to go to arbitration to stop these cuts. If RTO, if subways as a department can be affected and under attack by management, that means that every other department, it's going to happen. Buses everywhere, right? Now let's be real. There's no other department that move people more than subways. Subways is the most important department in the whole entire union. We move the most amount of people. We have the most vigorous schedules. We have the most vigorous work rules. We are the most militant department in the whole Local 100. Management is waging war on the most militant department in the whole entire New York City transit. If this is not a sign for us to put our differences to the side and come together, I don't know what is. I don't know what would be the sign for us to come together, or what would need to happen for us to come together and put our differences to the side. Now, yesterday, to be totally transparent with you guys, I had a conversation with Eric Logel, the vice president of RTO. He came by Stillwell. I had a conversation with him. And I had to make it clear that forget about the politics. Forget about having differences. 2018, whatever happened in 2018, it happened. We must move on, because all this divisiveness is not going to benefit no one else but the TA. The TA know that we're divided. They know, it's specifically speaking in RTO, that we are divided. And this is the place that they decided to wage their war. This is the place they decided to wage their war. If RTO is under attack, the whole entire union is under attack. And I'm not saying that the other departments are not important. Every department is important. But the workhorses, the people who move the most amount of people, is RTO. These are facts. These are facts. We are under attack. We are under attack. And if we can't come together to stop these attacks in RTO, then every other department is going to fall right behind us. Because management knows one thing. They know that we are divided as a union. They know that. They know that in RTO, we are divided. How can we fight back against that division? We have to unite. We have to put our differences to the side. We have to wake up and say, hey, these are our livelihoods. This is going to affect our family. This is going to affect us as co-workers. This is going to affect the union moving forward. especially the people who still have tons of time to do down here. We must come together. This is the only way that this thing is going to work. This is the only way it's going to work. Me, I'm willing to put my differences to the side. I was willing to do that in 2018 when I went to go shake Utano's hand, but Utano didn't want to do that. Well, now it's 2021 and the game have changed. We done lost dozens of co-workers due to COVID. Unnecessarily. Because of we being divided and not sticking together. One thing about management may not agree with each other on certain terms, but they recognize who is their common enemy. And their common enemy is you and I. We are management's common enemy, and they know how to come together. Us, we don't know how to come together for our common enemy, which is management. The only division only works if we allow it to. That's the only way division works around here. And we keep falling in the trap of allowing management to keep us divided. Management know that we're so divided that they could wage a war on our wages and say with impunity, we're not going to give you a raise come contract time because of this division. Because of this division, right? Now, the only way that this fight back could be sufficient enough is if it's waged back through RTO. Because we move the most amount of people, because we are the most militant, because we have the most vigorous schedules. That is done by design. And in order for us to fight back, the fight back must begin in RTO. No offense to the bus people, but you want to know what? If buses stop running and subways stop running, subways is going to have the greatest amount of impact. And if they come in for subways first, then guess what? They come in for buses next. So don't think that nobody should join us in our RTO fight. The whole entire union should join us in our RTO fight because they coming for you next. Once they break down RTO, it's a go for them. It's a go for them. And I'm going to be the first to admit that I play a role in that division. I play a role in us being divided. But I also could play a role in us unifying together. But I also have a vision of sometimes you got to get the cancers out. You can't, the healthy cells can't unite with the cancer cells. So I don't believe that there should be everyone, there's a value in everyone. And all of us should come together for this fight. But everybody must play their position. Too many Indians, not enough chiefs. I don't care if you're elected. I don't care. Just because you're elected doesn't mean that you're a leader. And just because you're not elected doesn't mean that you're not a leader. Everybody got a role to play and there's a position to play. But at the end of the day, we must come together and be united because the war is on. The war is on. The fight back has to start yesterday. Not even today. It got to start yesterday. This whole entire thing that the MTA is doing to us, and it's only going to get worse from here as long as there is division. As long as there's division. Like I said, I spoke to Eric yesterday. The ball is in his court. The ball is in his court. But we're going to start working together and beating back management because it's not going to work divided. It's not going to work divided, and everyone got to play their position. No one could come to me and try to fool me and say, yo, nah, we not doing that. We not doing that. But this fight is on, man. It's time to ring the alarm. It's time to ring the alarm. I mean, what else would y'all care about? Management is talking about something that's going to affect everyone, and that is our raises. That is our raises. We already living in a city in which we can't afford to live, working in a city in which we can't afford to live, And management is saying, you know what? We don't even care. You want to know why management don't care? Because we don't care. That's why management don't care. Because we don't care. We don't get involved. We don't go to union meetings. We don't hold people accountable. We work in the most deplorable conditions. Morale is low. And that's because we don't care. Everybody want to come to work and do they 8 and skate. That got to change, man. That has to change. That have to change. And I'm not, buses, y'all got to get on this fight because y'all know y'all next. If they can affect RTO, they coming for buses next. The only difference, the reason why they probably didn't come for buses is because the union reps and buses are unified. They are unified to some degree. Us in RTO, we're not unified. We're not unified. But the problem with this union is, just like I'm going to have to bring up Donald Yates again. Donald Yates made a video during contract time getting at the leadership in our department, getting at Eric. Instead of pulling Eric to the side and saying, hey, we know that you new at this stuff. We know that you're not as seasoned as us. We need to work with you in your department to bring solidarity, because I thought an injury to one is an injury to all. I never knew the way the ideology of these guys work is an injury to one, an injury to all, depending on what department you in. And that's an issue in our union. We have to unify across divisions. But without a doubt, if RTO shut down, this city is shut down. Without a doubt. Without a doubt, man. If RTO shut down, this city is shut down. And we must unify and unite. Management has united and said we're going to cut jobs. In RTO, management has united and said we're going to not give you guys your contractual raises. Management has said that we're going to up discipline when we want to up discipline. Management has said we're going to give you masks when we want to give you masks. Management has said that we're going to violate social distancing in crew rooms. Management has said that we're not going to clean your operational positions. That's what management has said. And what has this union said? What did they say? And that's because we did not unite and we failed to unite. I don't care what happened in 2018. If I have to sit down with Utano today to rectify some issues in this union moving forward, I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that. I got another 20-something years here to go, and I'm not going to be working in these conditions or working for a management that think that they could push us around when we supposed to be the most powerful damn union in the city. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I told myself when I came back to work, I'm going to reset the tone of our union. I'm going to reset the tone of how I deal with my coworkers. I'm not, if you got something smart to say, if you got anything negative to say, more power to you. The only thing I'm going to tell you is stay away from me, because I hear it and I see it all. If you got something negative to say about what we doing over here, just stay away from me. That's it. That's it. More power to you. I wish you nothing but the best. But don't be around me. I'm not dealing with no fake energy. No fake, I'm cool with you. I'm not dealing with that. If we go work together, we're going to work together. But I'm not dealing with the fake energy and the fake vibes and all that other stuff. Y'all can keep that. But everything else, it's time to rock and roll. It's time to rock and roll. All of this, oh, that's going on in that department. If it's an attack in RTO, If it's an attack in stations, if it's an attack in buses, if it's an attack in MOW, if it's an attack in CED, it's an attack on all of us. I ain't gonna look at it as, well, that's that vice president problem over there. Let them deal with that. No, this is what got us in this mess now. This is why management feel like that they don't have to give us no raises. This is the reason why management feel like that they don't have to give us no social distancing. This is the reason why management feel like they could give us masks when they want to give us masks. And it caused people to get sick. It cost people their lives. It caused people to not, to get fired. When does it end? When does it end? Man, I woke up feeling so passionate, feeling like I have to be the glue to unite what needs to be united here. I'm willing to work with Utano to fix this. I'm willing to work with Eric. I already spoke to him to fix this. I'm willing to work with anyone to fix the issues in Local 100. Anyone. But if you got negative vibes or fake and all that other stuff, you can keep that over there. But to the people who want to be genuine and fixing what's wrong with this union, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. This craziness has to stop, man. Has to stop. We got families to take care of. We got mortgages to pay. We got car notes to make. We got kids to put through school. We sacrificed a lot this past year, and management is saying, we're not going to give you a raise. For them to even play around and say that shows the lack of respect that they have for us and the lack of fear that they have for our union leadership. They should be saying nothing less than, you guys deserve hazard pay. I'm looking at all these different stories popping up around America about this fast food this grocery store chain gave their workers hazard pay. This transportation system gave their workers hazard pay. Meanwhile, in New York City Transit, MTA, they said, not only you're not going to get hazard pay, but we're not going to give you your contractual raises, even though we got our money from the federal government. Man, listen, like I said, if y'all cool with that, man, let me know, man. If y'all cool with that, if y'all cool with not getting your contractual raises, because you know what? If they saying that about our raises, imagine what they saying about our health care next go around. Imagine what they thinking about our work rules next go around. Imagine how they gonna feel about discipline next go around. This place is turning into a slave ship. The conditions in this place is dwindling year by year by year. We have not gotten any real gains here. We have not gotten any real gains here. But we got people ready to take everything away from us. And we sitting here like everything is peaches and cream. Y'all don't see the war that's going on in RTO right now? Like, they are cutting jobs. Permanently cutting jobs. They are about to break down the Local 100 workforce. They're about to reduce our numbers. If they reduce the number of jobs, if the MTA reduce the number of positions on the property, then what happens to our union numbers? They are going to dwindle down, which means that the MTA is union busting on a whole nother level right now, on a whole nother planet right now. Y'all thinking about that? Y'all thinking about the level of union busting that the MTA is doing right now? If they are cutting jobs in RTO, because the headway and trains is more close together than the headway and buses. And during rush hours, some trains leave every 3 minutes, 4 minutes. So if you cut jobs on train lines, you're actually dwindling the numbers in Local 100. Let me explain it a little further. When people retire, the MTA need to rehire people in certain departments because they cut jobs wouldn't be that great anymore. It wouldn't be that great anymore. So if the numbers wouldn't be that great for the need for the workforce, then our numbers would dwindle down through attrition and the cutting of jobs. We getting a double whammy right now. We getting a double whammy right now. And the reason that this is happening is because we are so divided as a union. Now, when I criticize the union, I call it tough love. I call it tough love. I tough love them. I want them to do better. I want to be a part of a union that I'm proud of. I'm not proud of this union right now. That don't mean that I'm going to give up on it, because we have yet to unite. We have yet to see the potential of what this union could be, because we have not been united in so long. And each and one of us has played a role in it. I played the role in it. I'm man enough to admit it, and I'm man enough to say that I want to fix it. And I want to fix it by any means necessary. Management has waged a war on this union, a major war. They are cutting jobs on major train lines, C line and F line. You cut jobs, you cut members from joining this union, because when members retire, they are not going to bring back those same amount of numbers because they have cut those jobs. I don't think you guys are really internalizing what I'm saying. I don't think that you guys are really hearing what's going on, man. If management feel the need to freely attack RTO, we are in trouble. RTO have the ability to change the dynamics of this whole entire MTA thing if we were to unite. And like I said, across department unite. The leaders from CED, the leaders from all the other departments come together. And like I said, not every elected person is a leader, because a lot of the elected reps here are elected because they are popular, because they are the only names that people know, because they ran unopposed. You don't have to be elected to be a leader. Not every elected person is a leader, and not every person that's not elected is the non-elected people could be leaders also. Is what I'm saying. We must, if y'all feeling what I'm saying, if y'all understanding what I'm saying, could y'all please press the heart button? Could y'all please put some heart buttons on the screen? Could y'all press I want to see some hearts going across my screen. I can't really read what y'all saying because I'm driving, but I want y'all to put some hearts on the screen if y'all understanding what I'm saying, if y'all recognizing what I'm saying. Can I see some hearts, please? But we must come together and unite. We must do it. I need you guys to share this video out. I need you guys to put your coworkers on. I need you guys to start following the pages. We're going to come together by any means necessary. I can promise you that. I'm putting it out there. I'm going to put it out there in the universe. We got to come together. I believe that, I believe that I would have the ability to sit down with Utano at some point in the future, in the near future, so we could devise a plan on how to fight back against the TA. I believe that. I believe that. If he don't want to do that, then God bless him. I believe that whoever want to unite, we need to unite, and the time is now. The time is now. Now, who am I? I'm just a regular worker like y'all. I'm not afraid of things. I'm willing to fight for my coworkers. I'm willing to fight for things that don't directly affect me. I'm proud to say that I work with a team of people who think like I do, who share the same ideologies like I do, and who's fearless like I am. I'm proud of that. And we want to add on to that. We want to add on to that. Like I said, share out this video. Put your coworkers on. It's time for us to unite. And if you guys wanna donate to our movement to make things even bigger and better, y'all know the Cash App. The Cash App is Progressive Action 100. The PayPal is Progressive Action. The time is now. We're going to ring the alarm. It's now or never. They want to take away our raises. They want to create deplorable work conditions for us. It's time for us to fight back. It's time for us to ring the alarm. I'm on board. Progressive Action is on board. Unification is inevitable. We coming. Somebody tell the MTA they in trouble. They in trouble. We here, man. I'll catch you guys later.